Anybody asked me miles per gallon, I said it's not that at all, it's miles per gallon. And every time I get in this car, I have a great big grin. My name is Bill, and my McLaren is a 720S Le Mans Edition. I feel a tie between Victoria and a British-built supercar. It only takes me to look around at the architecture, the gardens, the museums, even some of the English pubs in the area. It just seems to fit together. When I look at my McLaren, it really feels at home in such a wonderful city. It's the only place in Canada where we drive it 12 months a year. We've been here almost 50 years now. We were lucky enough to move in the early 70s. Moved here, one of the first things we did was buy a lot and build our own custom home. In my adult life, I really was never into sports cars. Our son Tyson, ever since a little kid, was very passionate and excited about fast cars, sports cars, exotic cars. There was a fellow in Victoria that my son knew, had a 570S on order and had to back away from the deal. Tyson asked me if I was interested in it, was willing to take over his friend's order. I said, yes, absolutely. I really liked that car. And I actually had quite an early version of it, chassis number 388 in their production run. Prior to going into Goodwood, McLaren had started to plan production for the 720S. They were not in production yet. At the Goodwood event, each of the major car manufacturers has a pavilion. There in the pavilion, they had 3 or 4 new 720Ss. I started looking at it, walking around it, started to get comfortable, was able to talk to the design and technology McLaren engineers that were at the pavilion, started to really understand the technology, the airflow, and really fell in love with it. As soon as I returned home to Victoria, I found the Vancouver dealership, placed an order, did a custom design. I traded in my 570S and drove away with a new 720S. This is the second 720S that I've owned. I wasn't planning on buying this car. I didn't need a car. I had a fantastic 720S, but I just happened to be in the McLaren shop in Vancouver one day, and the day before they had unloaded this Le Mans Edition. It's one of only 50 on the planet. Very rare. Canada only got or was allocated 4 cars. It's the only one in Canada that's papaya orange, which is the original Bruce McLaren racing color. So within about 30 to 40 minutes, I bought myself a new car. I drive all my McLarens virtually every day as daily drivers. I enjoy driving this car, whether it be in town on country roads, whether it be to Costco to pick up groceries, or I go golfing in it. I take my clubs, put them in the passenger seat. So it's my utility vehicle. But what a utility vehicle it is. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to own a very collectible, rare car. I just think it looks fantastic, and it drives tremendously well. I put the windows down in the summer when I can, and I just drive at country roads and hear the exhaust note, the roar of the engine, and the shifting of the gears, both up gear and down gear, and it's just a joy to drive. So.